Those rust buckets have put some thought into this.
Operation status, jammer installation complete. Using the jammer to neutralize the distress signal sent by Ederlick should allow us to bypass one of the Vulgus' security measures. Your task is to protect the jammer while I work.
Loading.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Prepare for engagement.
Commence loading. Commence loading.
Tactical target achieved. Enemy security devices disabled. Mission accomplished.
To bypass the multi-stage security system, you'll need a unique authentication sequence used by the Legion of Immortality. You need to collect samples from the Legion in good condition and put them in the supply box. These will be analyzed in Albion, and they'll send us a sequence we can use for security authentication.
Loading. Reload. Loading.
The authentication sequence is as good as secured. Good job.
That's the Vulgus barracks, which I was assigned to take out. They said if we didn't destroy their base, it would allow them to counterattack or something. But what a shame. I have no more rounds. Why don't you finish up for me while you're here? It was kind of boring, to be honest. I've destroyed the main passages. You only have to deal with the remaining troops. And hey, Colon Lackey, why don't you go ahead and send the operational relay when you get there as well? Oh, and make sure to credit me for it.
Next load.
Vulgus reinforcements detected. Internal facilities destroyed by Jeremy. Vulgus reinforcements closing in. This is more than we expected. Without the advanced attack to reduce their forces, we'd be surrounded by now.
Unit numbers critical. Munitions. Urgent resupply requested.
Loading.
Almost there, Descendant. Keep at them.
Barracks unrecoverable. Defense failed.
You've done it, Descendant. Mission relay terminated. Sending info on board. Objective, neutralize the base's power grid. Deactivating the power is the most basic and surefire way to break through a security system. Now that the attack has begun, tech units that protect the generators will start appearing. These units have the fuse parts we need. Use the parts to burn out the generator circuits. Power to the security system has been reduced. 2 generators remaining.
Reload.
Loading.
This is the last generator. Keep going, Descendant.
defensive forces and power facility. Send high-level firepower to this. The Descendant must be stopped. Execute them.
Power has been deactivated. Security system compromised. Tactical target achieved. Terminating mission relay.
This is Sharon. All Vulgus security levels have been successfully deactivated. All units regroup at my position to investigate the Ironheart excavation site.
Regroup? Huh. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'll sit this one out, Sharon.
What did you say?
Get to the point. It seems as if all of you have forgotten, so I'll repeat myself one more time, since they're here too. It looks like it'll be a guide-related mission from this point on, which means I can't have anything to do with it, right? You're the one who told me I should be in a supporting role, Sharon. Yeah? Since I can't connect to the guide. Report that to HQ however you like. It's not like they have a cell that can hold me, do they? Nah. Maybe I will sit in a cell and get some rest. It's been a while. I'm not sure who blabbed about my seat. I guess that's just my little walk.
Sharon, give me the order and I will track him.
Let him be. Jeremy's RK ability is teleportation. We have no way of catching him.
Descendant, although it was not my... I do not choose. I have no knowledge of the detail. If I were able to alter those direct... The human mind is difficult to I apologize for occupying your time. I hope I can bring results.
You'll need to leave first, Descendant. Sharon's prosthesis has been damaged from excessive RK use. We'll join you as soon as we can.
Don't worry. You've seen what they're capable of. I hope these repairs can be done quickly.
Descendant, I'm detecting an unusual energy flow nearby. These are traces of Ironheart excavation. Ironheart microparticles confirmed. Initiating emergency restoration protocols to repair damaged systems. Descendant, we have retrieved Ironheart elements from the excavation site. Next, I must... Oh no. This wasn't just an excavation site. I need to interface with the quantum monolith, a data processor belonging to the ancestors. This device contains my restoration data, which can be copied using Ironheart microparticles. I can guide you there. However, to access the quantum monolith, Descendant, I must undergo authentication here first. I should still have access, as it was my system and memories that were damaged. Please keep the Vulgus at bay while the authentication is in progress.
Intruders accessing core asset. Approaching high-risk levels. Initiating facility lockdown procedures.
Descendant, passageways are being blocked across the facility. I'll do my best to find a way out, but it won't be easy to maneuver. Please be careful. Site. There must have been countless experiments conducted here using the Ironhearts. Emergency restoration protocols would have been one of them.
Loading.
and leave! Executing Legion of Immortality General Haven's orders!
I must access the quantum monument. Defeat the virus.
You are weak.
The void corrosion has encroached upon my legion.
That is because of an unknown error. It will be fixed momentarily. Complete. The security threat has been neutralized. I have completed all preparations as you commanded.
Begin.
The Legion will be reborn through the Iron Heart.
Rise, my warriors! Give your lives for Clipper! Stand at the vanguard for me, Al-Sharuk. I the vanguard of the Legion. Al-Zaruk submits to Lord Karel's command. Armor, transport the Ironheart to my fortress. Initiate the data inversion immediately.
Descendant, even though the Vulgus managed to access the data first, I have been able to restore one of my core functions through the emergency restoration protocol. I am finally able to detect the Ironheart. Let me explain this function and how to utilize it. Ironheart detection system has a scanning function which uses Arcade to detect certain environmental factors. Within zones where Arcade can be detected, my system, the tracking range and accuracy. I have just detected Ironheart particles by using my detection system Descendant. However, the Vulgus, it seems however, a Vulgus is only a Vulgus. They cannot defeat a direct descendant of the ancestors. Use me to find the Ironheart Descendant.
Descendant, I've received the report on the results of the operation from Colon Special Forces. It seems the core functionality of the guide has been restored. I have a related operation for you. Please return to HQ.
Got a question about the operation? Descendant, a quick word before. You seem to be a little too preoccupied with your AI friend at the moment. As your the guy, she is essentially data, and data can be manipulated. Keep that in mind, and you'll be the best teammate anyone could ask for. I trust you to keep up the good. As you may be aware, the location is inside the vault. Once you've completed preparation, we've kept our end of the.
HQ, we appreciate the support. The operation will commence once reinforcements arrive.
Fixing and making things is my wheelhouse. Go on, what do you need?
Now, where was the next excavation region?
It'll be fine for a while, alright? Sorry I wasn't able to help you at the excavation. To be honest, I'm not sure if my functions... it takes a huge amount of RK. But if the Ironheart is within our reach, I have to give it my all. The guide said that Ironheart particles are the fundamental clues we need to track it. They're kind of like I've compared the location of these I'll send the details of the zone you'll need to cover.
The Vulgus munitions factory. It truly is an ominous and horrifying place.
Can you feel that?
I can experience a variety of sensations through the archy of Descendants, including the phantom pain you feel.
That's for me to deal with, Guide. Don't poke your nose in where it's not wanted. Once I've dealt with my personal target, then I'll ask you to remove the pain.
You refer to the vulgus you were pursuing.
Substantial logistical activity discovered. A large volume of construction materials have been relocated from here to a suspect zone. At the same time, secret supplies have been transported from there back to here. This is definitely suspicious. I'll send this info to Sharon.
I'm not sure why, but I'm sensing Ironheart particles in the wastewater in this zone. Can you confirm?
I've taken over operation of the environmental data collector we've installed. When we retrieve it, we'll be able to check the environmental parameters without coming into contact with contaminated wastewater. Will there be enough data for you to perform an analysis, Guide? You know our equipment can't detect Ironheart traces.
Once I complete analysis of the composition of the wastewater, I should know why I can detect Ironheart particles.
Then we'd better retrieve the data quickly. It will only be available for a limited amount of time.
This wastewater is composed of Kuiper extracts and Vulgus electrolytes. The Ironheart particles are most likely bound between those two substances. That's why they were detected intact and not dispersed.
If we can find the source of that wastewater, we could trace them more accurately. I have a place in mind.
Descendant, our reconnaissance indicates this is a Vulgus weapon processing facility. To analyze the particle flow, we need to take a closer look inside. Particle flow. Please eliminate them, Descendant. More enemies. I'm detecting signals from multiple Vulgus. Is relentless. Where are all their forces coming from?
Strange. We've already destroyed their barracks. There must be another military facility somewhere. HQ. While investigating traces of the Ironheart, we've discovered a zone in the factory area that looks to have been recently expanded. Considering the circumstances, I think it's highly likely that there's an Ironheart inside. Requesting approval for further investigation.
Approval granted, but proceed with extreme caution. A large assault ship has been spotted in the airspace above the area. Based on the ship's class, we think it's the same one that we saw Carell aboard. Either he's there in person, or something worthy of his attention is happening. We should be prepared for a challenging situation. We may need to deploy more Descendants. Over and out.
Sharon, do we have any tactical weapons that are capable of destroying the entire Vulgus industrial area? If the Ironheart is here, we may be able to investigate after destroying the enemy's facilities.
It's an interesting idea, Guide. But if it were possible, we would have already done it. Unfortunately, we don't have the capabilities to create such a powerful weapon. The anti-air gun in the Albion mountain range is probably our heaviest hitter. That's why the Descendants and the Ironheart are humanity's last hope. Closing the dimensional wall to isolate Ingress from the Colossi and the Vulgus. That would be the ultimate tactical weapon. Anyway, we don't have time to chat. Let's head to the restricted zone.
Judging by the particle flow, the Ironheart came through here and was moved somewhere else. I'll keep analyzing. Descendant. I can detect both Arn. If you and Sharon can widen the range. Also, however, in order to achieve.
Let's think about that later, if we make it out alive. If the Vulgas have a large assault ship, they'll soon be pouring into this place. Number 17 and I will operate in stealth mode. You stay sharp.
Descendant, I have found a suitable location for detecting Ironheart pulses. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignal, I can detect pulses from a wide area. Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location. This is a large nuclear reactor, which is connected to this entire zone. By comparing the reactor's pulses with the Vulgus biosignal, I can detect pulses from a wide area. Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location.
This is believed to be a Vulgus bioengineering facility. Remember the wastewater treatment plant where we found iron heart particles? The wastewater pipes from there connect to this facility. We can figure out what these bastards have been up to when we take a look around. Look for a Vulgus terminal to access it.
Be careful, Descendant. I've identified multiple Vulgus signals inside the facility. Expect random hostile encounters.
Reload.
We're too late. All experimental data has been deleted.
Not all of it. There's a cache of records about the most recent experiments. It's not ideal, but I'll try to restore it as best I can. Loading.
In the meantime, you and I might as well follow the iron heart particles. There are iron heart particles and faint traces of energy everywhere. Judging by these traces, the energy is extracted from the Iron Heart was injected into the Vulgus submerged in the Kuiper solution. The Vulgus genes and Kuiper must have fused as a result. The pain would have been terrible. Not even Vulgus could have endured it.
That's why there were Iron Heart particles in the wastewater. When he died, one of the experiment chambers was empty. Did one of them survive?
The chances of something having survived this are close to 0%. But I cannot be sure.
Weapons research data secured. Kuiper coding technology on Vulgus bodies. So this was how they were enhancing the Legion of Immortality and Legion of Darkness units. Wait, this weapons data is...
The weapons belong to the Vulgus assassin unit that attacked you, Sharon.
I never thought I'd discover it like this. For now, we should focus on searching for traces of the Iron Heart. Number 17, upload this information to the Colon database.
Affirmative.
I can sense the Ironheart pulses more clearly now.
Loading.
It is puzzling that I cannot directly detect the energy, but I will know why when we find the origin of the pulses. Descendant, I have pinpointed. It is hidden within. I can detect. I recommend we invest.
Sharon, I will stay behind and retrieve the cache of Vulgus experiment records. I'm sure they'll contain valuable information.
I'll enter the inner facility first. Join me when you're ready. The alarms with the nuclear reactor's self-destruct switch. What the hell are they thinking? They'd rather take everyone and everything with them than give up the Ironheart. I can modify the circuitry, find the alarms and destroy them. For now, we need to stabilize the deactivated reactor. Turn on the coolers. I'll continue tracking the Ironheart traces.
All units transmitting critical operation details. From the restored Vulgus experiment records, I've reconstructed an audio recording that seems to have been made during the time of the experiments. Listen.
Legion will become greater through the Ironheart. Rise, my warriors! Give your lives for Clipper! Stand stand. I will stand, thank God. House Rogue submits to Lord Carell's command. The Ironheart will initiate the data inversion immediately.
It cannot be. Then these Ironheart traces are...
Alzarok.
Seems I wasn't thorough enough to clean up. Yes, I'm up, Alzarok. Carell's vanguard. Thanks to the Ironheart. Lord Carell said he would come. I am to bring him your gift. I'll be waiting, Descendant.
Damn it! So the Ironheart's already gone then?
So this is why the traces felt displaced. Descendant, in order to increase the accuracy of our pursuit, we need to access all the data on Vulgus units who were transformed using the Ironheart. You must defeat Alzarok. Sharon, will you relay a detailed report of this to HQ?
Will do. I'll be on my way. Good hunting.
It is over, Descendant. But there is so much information that is hard to accept. This Alzarok is one thing. But Karel has ordered for the Ironheart to be inverted. Whatever that means. Inversion. What could that be?
Truly plan on inverting the Ironheart data. If you do that, we won't be able to decipher the unidentified guide code.
Enough! The Ironheart data must be reconfigured in order to destroy the dimensional wall. I don't have time to think about that! Understand my vision now, don't you?
Oh, of course. I am only thinking of our research.
I'm glad to hear that our objectives are aligned. Initiate the data inversion. Cliff will engulf Increase. The roars of the Vulgus will fill this land with fear!
Descendant, I have the results of the operation from Sharon. Alpha is tied up with an emergency meeting with the Magisters. I have been ordered to brief you on the follow-up operation. Please make your way to HQ. What is it now? Excellent work, Descendant. Firstly, all of HQ... Although we were unsuccessful in our retrieval of the iron, this proves the Guide's tracking system. However, the ingenuity that the Vulgus demonstrated with... In particular, from this point forward, HQ plans to adopt the Guide's tracking function. The Descendants will soon be deployed through humanity's full... However, the Magisters have promised their... Before you go, Descendant, can you retrieve the Alzarok autopsy? The report was intended for delivery to the Magisters. Jeremy, I understand things are strained. Descendant, just in case, I hope you're not disappointed that Jeremy wasn't punished. I
actually saw Alpha slap Jeremy earlier. No one enjoys seeing their superior do something like that, but I believe it was a more appropriate punishment than a court-martial. I'm sure that Jeremy has also learned his lesson.
Putting off introductions to your what the? I was just reading the report on Alzarok and thinking, anyway. Looks like he got, now, that's an area that and, anyway. Why are you here? I'm in a bad, what? Ah, you probably don't, all these, so.
Descendant, something has altered. As soon as we returned to Albion, I leapt between. I discovered traces in the desert. In human terms, it felt like... Descendant, I suspect this phenomenon is caused by an inversion. However, for the properties of the Iron Heart to change.
Void dimension link detected. I repeat.
Descendant, this Colossus. The ancestors always removed the environmental value of chance from all variables. They believed all things had a cause and an effect. My thoughts are all... It would be best to focus on the Colossus for now.
Classification type, stunning beauty. All descendants in Albion, prepare for an intercept battle.
They're arriving on the daily. And not just any Colossus, but stunning beauty?
Descendant, the Colossus. Although the stunning beauty, but now suddenly what? Descendant, I'll say.
to be a joke. Commence loading. Commence loading.
You need information about the Colossi. Descendant, you have been successful. We live in uncertainty, even if using... The dimensional wall is currently in the worst state it has ever been. Before now, we must find the Ironheart. Closing the dimensional wall.
I suppose everyone thinks the dimensional wall is the only answer.
Are you saying it isn't?
I cannot say whether it is or not. As we do not have an Ironheart, nothing can be proven.
You think too much. We should find a heart and prove it then. I'm pretty sure there's one in Vespers. Traces from another Ironheart have been discovered in a forest in Vespers. I've already spoken with HQ. Let's discuss operation strategies. Come with me.